Это мы уже покидаем Джексон. Спали в замечательной гостинице. Teton. Teton Nation. Wow! Woo!
Is that a cool mountain range or what? Or what?
Teton National Park. Wow!
All right. So this is the Grand Tetons. We have hot air balloons at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. This is there's a lot of different things in this valley. One of them is they're known for the hot air. When we get there, we see something. Let's go, Grand Tetons. The highest peak here on the Grand Tetons, the tallest one, 13,770 feet tall. Is this a popular place for mountain climbers? Yes, it is. It's not easy to climb the Tetons. It requires technical climbing, which means that involves ropes and all the things associated with that. We saw a little bit about that yesterday in the movie up here, but then, so yeah, more than likely there are people up here. And as we look up through here, some of the snow stays on these mountains the entire summer. I've never seen the Tetons free of snow because we do have some glaciers up here. And glaciers really form because the rain or snow comes down and it stays there for a long period of time and it gets really, really heavy. And then that heavy piece of ice starts moving downward. And it takes with it rocks, gravel, sand, glacial erratics, like I mentioned yesterday. The big rocks that come out of the glacier are called glacier erratics. And so here, what you're looking at along the bottom of the Tetons would be the fault line. So each year, several earthquakes hit this area and they are constantly shifting the ground around here at the bottom. And you can pretty much just kind of see where the fault line is. It's at the very bottom of the mountains. A lot of mountains have foothills, but these mountains do not have foothills because they are so steep going up. So a lot of times in Yellowstone we'll see foothills everywhere, but these do not have any foothills. And that tells me that there's always movement going on. Because if you have foothills, they build up over time. But if you have constant earthquakes, then they don't build up over time. Therefore, you don't have them. Okay? So the Grand Teton has a big glacier right there in the middle of it. Right? You see the tip top of the Grand Teton and you come down and that's a big glacier. And I want you to note when you look at that mountain, how deep that glacier has actually cut out that area where that glacier is. And all glaciers all over the world are retreating right now because of global warming. And it's no different here. These mountains, when I started coming here 37 years ago, these mountains were covered even more than this. And a lot more than this, and now they just simply are not. To understand also how glaciers work, if you look at 9 o'clock, you see that slice coming down, a vertical slice coming from the top to the bottom, and it's got snow in it. So that is the crevice where most of the snow will accumulate, and that's how erosion happens, is that this ice gets so heavy that it starts moving down, and year after year after year, it continues to move down, and that's how this starts eroding. 14,000 foot mountains, but the exposure is really what counts when you're talking about mountain height. It's really not how high the mountain is, it's how much exposure that it has. As I mentioned yesterday, we're looking at 7,000 feet of exposure from the bottom of the Tetons to the tip top of the Grand Teton peak. That's 7,000 feet. That's a lot. And I'll look up there to see if we got any climbers. More than likely, we do not have climbers up there yet, because you go up to a certain point on that mountain and you camp, and then you start your ascent. And then you go up on top and then you come down. But we may be able to see them at Jenny Lake on your way up. So this is Moose Junction, and we are going to look for moose here because I have spotted some around. Get off of the bus and come over here and walk to get better pictures. They love willows. They may be just looking. Also on the other side of the river as well, but we don't see them as much in the morning. They like the shade. Moose like cool weather. They're moving north now because of the cool weather. Global warming there again is changing the behavior of our animals.
I think tomorrow when we go to we could go to China's or we'll take this up.
Oh, there's two. He's coming. Two of them.
Too much glare here.
There's two of them.
Yeah, I know.
Saw them.
There you go. Now
There. Okay, I saw them.
Oh,
they're moving.
back there. There we go. Now he's going to come out in the open a little bit.
There
Everybody
you
can
go.
see him again.
Okay, now I do.
I see his back.
Yeah. They are. Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, there. Yeah, I see it now. Okay.
Wow.
Perfect.
All right. I planned
Who's there,
that.
Fred? It's Michael Moose.
Wow!
Another one there.
That's pretty big, even for a baby. We have an example of a crevice right over here at 11 o'clock, the little mountain that's kind of in front of the two glaciers up at the top. See the two lines going down, vertical lines going down. That's a crevice. And that typically is where you'll have a waterfall form. In the spring, when a lot of mountain runoff is happening, you have a lot of waterfalls all up and down this range. There's over 500 waterfalls in Glacier National Park because it's always constantly changing. The temperature gets cold at night, then it melts, then it gets cold, then it melts. So we'll be able to see a lot of water coming out. It's beautiful. Then further down the glacier, you have the place where there's the most melting and evaporation that occurs. And then you have the snowfall and the snowmelt when they equal each other. That's called equilibrium in a glacier. And also glaciers are always moving. They're never staying the same. They're just like mountains. They're either retreating or advancing.
Как Дианочка, а? Красота, а?
Ой, такая красота.
Такая красота.
А воздух не надышишься.
Воздухом не надышишься, да?
А красота какая.
Красота. Какие горы. Какой огромный автобус, на котором мы едем. Какие люди. Только что видели мы мусс. Мусс. Да. Chapel?
They're a little cheaper.
They're a lot more fun.
Now you got it, huh? Please hold out for the sneakers.
Daddy, I won't flip off.
Would you like a picture of the two of you? My husband feels the same way. This is the place to go crazy, right? You think you can distinguish one from the other?
Is the battery exhausted?
It's fun.
Don't worry, I have my camera.
We also have the plugs.
I don't know.
Now
it's back to battery.
down here.
Вода чистая.
We have, yeah, we'll just have to
See if that's good.
Yeah. I know. Wait a minute. I'll make the thing.
Твой этот самый вода. Бери.
all of these glacial lakes here at the bottom.
Это красиво, не через окно же. Здесь рыбу мы видим.
Вода, а вон рыбки плавают.
Видно?
Да, вон рыбки плавают. Это Джексон Лейк. Вот Надежда моя.
Да. Ой. А, фотки? Тебя только фотки снимать?
Окей.
Сфотографируй меня, ладно?
Я.
Давай, Дианочка.
Сейчас. Давай.
Вот, на, это один гаджет, а это другой гаджет.
Эту гору я приближаю. Beautiful Джексон Лейк. Итак, мы выехали. Это Джексон Лейк и горы Титон.
A lot about chances of seeing here are really a little bitty pond down in here, and more than likely,
Люди
they
смотрят
see
for
people with their binoculars out,
moose.
so more than likely they are down there. Anybody see it?
Looks like they're all looking at lily pads.
All right, so we're going to turn left. Yeah, those Park Service people find out about a jam and they will come out here and put traffic cones out and trying to protect the animals primarily.
Да. И вот такой ресторан. Называется Moral Room. И здесь обед стоит $500. И очень заранее заказывают.
Окей, я хочу вот
И
это
вот
показать.
почему? Потому что здесь вид на Teton. Вот такая красота. Джексон Лейк, Teton. Так, вот мы в Moral Room. Вас не видно, ну, конечно, там горы. Будут ли видны? Это такие рестораны. В общем, здесь так очень все красиво. И здесь вот это Moral Room. Вот. И мы обедали в этом дорогом ресторане.
Ну, не, симпатичная. О, велика. О, не.
Это не... Да.
То не рец. То не рец. То не рец. Но. Вона не рец. Иди сюда. Киман, что ты?
Ага.
Ну, то красиво.
Тень. Тень зашла и кушает.
Да, тень зашла. А, смотри, наша. Yeah.
Самая высокая гора это Grand Teton,
You can see, the face.
а рядом Mount Owen, следующее Mount St. John. And with glacier Mount Moral. Следующая высокая гора это Bivo B-I-V-O-U-A-K Peak. Потом будет Rolling, Thunder Mountain. И следующее Eagle Rest Peak. Eagle Rest Peak. Mount Great Teton.
don't worry, we'll see hundreds and thousands of bison in Yellowstone.
Большой клишей. Смотри, какой большой.
All the time, it's not 100%.
Пеликан.
We also have some Canada geese over here. Most people call them Canadian geese, but they're Canada geese. That's the way you pronounce that. We also have some diving ducks out here in the
Bring the rest of your treasure.
We are here.
Welcome to
This is the
Yellowstone
Snake River
National Park.
coming in. It's the confluence of a small river system coming in and the Snake River.